Hello Libra, and welcome to the Mystic Messenger Tarot. This is your reading for November 2019. And welcome to the next Mercury retrograde. That's right, just when everything started going to direct, Mercury decided to sneak in there and go backwards again. So Mercury went retrograde on October 31st in Scorpio and will remain there until November 20th. So all the fun stuff with Mercury retrograde will happen, like electrical problems, communication problems, just things breaking down because of the electrical pull. And Libra, it will probably affect you more, like you'll dwell a little bit on the past. That is how it will relate to you. Although expect hidden things to kind of bubble to the surface, but it might be things from the past for you, sweet Libra. Also, in addition to that, on November 2nd, the moon went conjunct with Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. And basically, the moon is emotions, Pluto is healing and transformation, and Capricorn is very practical. So there may be some practical changes happening for you. And this will be a kind of an introspective time for you, time to confront what's in the depths of your soul once again. But, you know, the rewards will be worth the effort on this one. So anyway, let me find my space, sweet Libra. I'd like to welcome in all the planets, welcome in all the directions. What is above and so it is below. This is a reading for Libra for the month of November, the year 2019. Okay, let's see what messages we have for you, Libra. There we go, that feels about right. Ooh, the High Priestess upside down. The Star crosses you. Knight of Cups. Ooh, the Old Broken Alone. That's just a fear card. Page of Wands. Floating a little bit. Death, the ending of something, can be physical death. Most likely it's the end of something. The Ace of Cups is here. This can be the ending of a relationship because cups are emotions and love. This can be the soulmate card. And the death is right underneath it. So it may be the ending of a relationship for many of you. The Lovers is right on top. It could be strengthening of a relationship. And the Sun. Wow, you've got all pretty high cards here. That's a really wonderful thing. The Fool on one side and the Two. You've got a number of love and soulmate cards here. So if you're not with your soulmate, you may be ready for your soulmate or redoing your love space with your soulmate type of thing. Or if you haven't been with one for a while, you may be having a wonderful love affair with yourself. And that is fabulous too. Anytime you open your heart in any fashion, only good can come from it, I think. Only good. All right, let's start at the beginning. The High Priestess. It does look like you may have been a little off balance from mind, body, spirit. It does look like you may have to have a lot of energy in the physical realm right now versus, you know, the praying realm or the manifesting realm, or really knowing your spiritual self. It does feel like you know your spiritual self, but you have had a lot more demands on the physical side of life lately. So you may have not gotten to meditate or go to church or do your yoga, whatever your spiritual journey is, or take a hike in, you know, if nature is your God. But it does look like you have been really having to focus a lot on physical things, whether it's your physical body, getting it healthy, or doing a physical work to make money. But it does look like some of the spiritual things are not in the forefront right now, and it really behooves you, or it looks like it balances you better to have a little bit of 1 foot in that area. And for many of you, you may be a healer and not been able to do your healing work. Maybe you had to, you know, take a job in a corporation instead of doing your massage or doing readings or whatever. your gift is. So it does look like that's been on the back burner for a minute to really kind of balance some of these physical things, whether it is your health or whether it is making money on that physical. So it does look like that's taken a back seat. The star is here. This is what crosses you. So it does look like you're trying to reignite some of that spiritual passion, or trying to find time for your creative gifts. You know, it may not be that you're a healer. You may be an artist. It does look like you're having to really set up some specific time for that, because your time is getting filled up with a lot of the physical things. And if you are healing your body, most definitely it's taking up space for that. But the star is also when you're honored. It can be when you are the star, or you are a main focus. So you may be getting honored at work for your contribution. You may be getting a promotion, a raise, something like this. Or you may just be getting a bunch of thank yous and appreciations from your friends and family. But it does look like people are recognizing your contributions, and as well as you connecting with your creative side and manifesting it into the physical realm. It does look like you really, really want to do that, but you're not been afforded the time to do that recently. The Knight of Cups is here. Knights really ask for motion. This Knight is going forward. It is a cup. These are your emotions. So this can be messages of true love. So pay attention. Did you get an email from an old lover? Did someone express their attraction to you within your relationship? Maybe your husband or wife brought you flowers that you haven't gotten a long time, or just showed some appreciation for not only your contribution but their love for you. So it does look like you may be hearing I love you a little bit more, or people expressing how important you are to them in their world. The 5 is here. This is in the past position, so it does look like you hit a rough patch recently. This may be on a physical level. This may be a financial or emotional level. But this is what the old broken alone card is, what I call it. When we only see kind of the negative and we take the hit and we have to be in that energy. But really, the future is pretty bright. The future is pretty bright. But when we walk into our fears, this is kind of what it looks like. We forget about the good in our world and we just focus on the negative, and that spinning stuff starts to happen. So you may have a little bit of that mental spinning, or you might be coming out of that mental spinning, obsession, obsessive thought. So it does look like it has moved out a little bit. You may have taken a hit at work as well, because it does feel like money is involved that puts you into fear. So if it is a medical problem, that of course will put you into fear if you live in the United States, because our medical system is a joke. Anyway, don't want to get into politics, but anyway, it does feel like your finances took a hit. So you may be going from one job to another, and there's some time in between that there's not enough money for your bills. You may have hit a medical emergency of some kind that you had to withdraw some money, but it does look like money is a bit of a worry, or it was a worry for you, and kind of made you spin a little bit into that fear place. The Page of Wands is here. Now, pages are about messages, and wands are really about motion. This can be a child. This can be a fire child. That would be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This can be an adult that acts like a child. That is a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But the page, when messages come under the Page of Wands, this Page of Wands, it's usually an important message concerning this current situation. It can be work or a social situation. This can be an invitation. It doesn't delineate whether it's a positive important message or a negative important message, but it's something that will require action on your part. Wands always show up when they require you to do something. They want a little motion. So you may get a letter that requires you to, pay something or write something or clarify something or fill out something. So Pay attention. This is in the present time. It does feel like it has something to do with this current situation. So you know, if it is a health issue, you may be getting some test results back. If it is money issue, you may be getting a raise, or you know, finding out another job is available that you're interested in. But whatever the message is, it will require some participation on your part and some motion. The next card is the 6. This is the 6 of Swords. This is kind of a wait and see what's happening. Let other people take control of situations. I know Libra, you guys are really the driver of the bus, the driver of the Winnebago type of people, but it looks like you really need to refocus some energy on you. If it is health, most definitely you have to focus on you and let things fall where they may. If you have grown children that should be helping you and pay the rent, now is the time. Now is the time. No longer do you wipe their psychic butts. Now is the time, because it does look like you need a little help. And so it's time for you to gather your energy and start healing you, start taking care of your situations first and foremost. So if the people around you that you've been solving their problems are perfectly capable, let them show you how capable they are. But this card is basically sit and float for a minute. Let things come to the surface. Let things show you where your energy, time, focus, and money should be. So it does look like floating a little bit. If you are between jobs, it does look like you may float a little bit till the next job comes. If you are working on creating a better health, it may take a little longer to resolve this health issue. So Spirit is encouraging you to float, to wait it out a little bit until things get a little clearer for you. The Death card is here. Usually that's the ending of something. It can be a physical death. It does feel like an ending of something to me more than a physical death. I don't want to invalidate or negate anyone that has had a recent death in their life. So it may just stand for that present death and how it is affecting you. How it's affecting you. You know, any death, any transformation evokes change, whether it's on a physical level, spiritual, or emotional. So it does feel like some things have changed very, very drastically, and some endings have happened very, very quickly. So now it's time to regroup. Now it's time to do the have-tos, do the things that you need to do for you first and foremost. I would say don't worry about the ending so much, because whenever there's an ending, usually Spirit gives us a new beginning that is even better than the old one. So for many of you, it may mean the ending of a love relationship. This is the soulmate card. Ace of Cups. It is emotions. It's gifting yourself with love. And in general, when this cup shows up, this can mean new love. So maybe you just ended a relationship and this can be a new love showing up. It can also be birth of a child, and it can be a soulmate. And if you are currently in a very committed relationship with your soulmate, it usually means you up your havingness. You up your connection to each other. You've changed something. You've released something. You've changed a habit. You've let go of an addiction. You've moved. Some big change has happened, and that you're getting closer together, or being more unified. But this can be a new love for those singles Libras that are looking. The Lovers is right above that, so it's like a double whammy if you are looking for love. Now is the time, it looks like, to put your energy out there or hold your vision. This is also a love card, so you may be open and ready to receive love. You may have changed your current love or released a love and made your love of yourself more important than anybody else's jive. So it does have something to do with depth of love. It does have something to do with opening your heart if it's been closed, and changing possibly the way you love. If you have loved in a codependent way, that is what's changing. You will love on an equal way, not on a take care of way, is what it feels like. So, and the Lovers is just kind of a validation of the Ace of Cups as well as the Two of Cups, and they're right here. So, sweet Libra, you may be ready. You may be ready to look at love a little bit differently. Or you are ready to look at love a little differently. And you may have had some expectations that were out of line with reality. And now you're seeing the big picture of it. The sun is new beginnings. So you've got the ending here and the new beginnings there. So for those of you that are fighting some kind of medical, it does look like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, that things will be a little bit lighter for you in the coming months. The sun can be new beginnings. This is a baby spirit, so it does feel like you're starting something brand new. So you might be building a garden. You might be just starting a passion. Have you always wanted to take cooking lessons? Something like that. It's a passion. It's a fun thing. And it's a new beginning. It's something brand new that you've wanted to do for a long time that maybe didn't have the time, energy, or money to do it. So it does look like that will present to you in the month of November. Try something new. Take a leap of faith. That's what the Fool is here too, for clarity. Take a leap of faith. Maybe you've always done it this way. Well, you know, go left instead of right and see where that brings you. But it does look like that you're a little bit more open to trying new things than you have in the past. So on the other side is the 2. This is the 2 of Cups. So it does feel like not only are you open to the soulmates, either evolving, changing, or connecting with, but it does feel like you're finding a little bit more balance in yourself as well. This medical insignia is lighting up for me as well here. So if you have had a cough, if you have had a bump, if you had something that has been bothering you, please go check in with your medical professionals. Make sure it's okay. It's 2 hits I've gotten on sickness and health. So please check that out. Don't let things go until it's a huge problem. All right, sweet Libra, that is your general reading for the month of November. If you liked what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to throw one of these Lover's Oracle. This one kept coming out. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So all these cards are telling you, try something new. All right, sweet Libra, there is your reading for November. I'll be back at the end of the month for December reading. I can't believe it's the end of the year already. Woohoo! Are we ready for 2020? I think we are. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, live life gently, but with fire. Namaste.